Next is a class on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, 6th chapter, text 4 through 9, given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded in September of 1966 in New York.
यदा हि इन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मसु अनुसज्जते सर्व संकल्प सन्यासी योगारूढ़ सदस्यते ऊर्ध्वरेतात्मनात्मानं नात्मानं अवसादयेत् आत्मैव झात्मनो बन्धुरात्मैव रिपुरात्मनः. Now these two slokas, verses we were discussing last day, that we have to raise ourselves to the spiritual standard by ourselves. I have to raise myself to the spiritual standard by myself. So I am my friend and I am my enemy. This is the opportunity. There is a very nice verse in Chanakya Pandit. Na kaschit kaschachit mitram, na kaschit kaschachit ripu, vyavaharena jayante mitrani vivasthatha. Nobody is nobody's friend, nobody is nobody's enemy, but it is only the behavior by which one can understand who is his friend and who is his enemy. Nobody is born enemy, nobody is born friend. But by our mutual behavior, somebody is my friend and somebody is my enemy. Similarly, as we have this dealing in the ordinary daily affairs, similarly, I have my dealing with myself. If I deal with me, myself, as friend, then I am my friend, and if I deal with myself inimically, then what is that friendship and inimical? The friendship is that I am sold somehow or other. I have been in contact with this material nature. So I have to get myself out of the entanglement of this material nature. If I act in that way, then I am my friend. But even after getting this opportunity, if I do not act in that way, then I am my enemy. So, Atmaiva Jhatmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Jhatmano Ripu. So I am myself friend, my friend, and I am my enemy. Bandhuratma atmanastasya jinaiva atmana jita. Anatmanastu satrute vartata atmaiva satruva. Now, how I can become my friend? That is explained here. That bandhur atma atmana tasya. Atma means mind. Atma means body and Atma means soul. That these three things I have already explained that day. That when you speak of Atma or self, just like so long I have got my bodily conception. When I say myself, I think of my body. When I transcend the bodily conception of life, then I think I am mine. But actually, when I am in this real spiritual platform, then myself means I am pure spirit. So according to the state of development, my conception of self are different. So far, Nirukta or dictionary is concerned, both body, mind and the spirit, soul, everything is called self. Now here it is called Bandhur Atma Atmanastasya. Now here one Atma is meant mind. Mind is the friend of oneself, and mind is the enemy of oneself. So you have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is unsuccessful. Anatmanastu satrutte bhatteta atmaiva satruvat. But one who has no knowledge of the spiritual self, then his mind acts like his enemy. One who has got the conception of this body as myself, his mind is his enemy. And one who has got the conception of the spirit self, his mind is his friend. So mind has nothing to do. Mind simply training of the mind required. And how the mind is trained? It is by good association. Good association, our mind is trained. Sangha sanjayate kama. Kama means desire. Desire is the function of the mind. And sangha sanjayate kama. And according to the association, my mind desires like that. So we have to make good association. If we want to make our mind as my friend, if I want to make my friend as my mind as my friend, then I have to associate with sadhu. Tasmat sasu sajjeta buddhiman. Buddhiman means intelligent person. He must associate with satsu. Satsu means those who are trying for self-realization. They are called sat. Sat and asat. Asat means they are striving for the temporary things. Matter is temporary. My body is temporary. So if I simply engage myself for bodily pleasure, sense gratification, then I am engaging myself to temporary things. But if I engage myself for self-realization, the permanent thing, then I am engaging myself to the sat or to the permanent. So tasmat satsu sajjeta buddhiman. Anyone who is intelligent, he should associate with persons who are trying to elevate themselves for self-realization. That is called satsang, good association. What is the result of good association? Now, because if we make good association, the santa chinnanti. Santa means the persons who are sadhu, who are pious, they can cut off by their words our attachment to this material. They can cut off, just like Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. What is the idea of speaking so many things? Just to cut off his attachment from the so-called material affection. He is affected with something which is stumbling his progress in his own duty. So Krishna is presenting his Bhagavad Gita just to cut off. Santa eva hi chinnanti uktihi. The chinnanti means cut. Now, for cutting something, we require some sharpened instrument. But here, to cut off the mind from attachment, it requires sharpened ukti. Ukti means word. Sharpened topic. There should not be. Just like when a person cuts something, there is no mercy. Similarly, when a sadhu or a person speaks to his student, he does not show any mercy. He speaks the truth so that his mind may be cut off from the unreal attachment. Just like Krishna is saying. Krishna, Arjuna, first address to Arjuna. He says, Asacyanamisutastang prajnavadang svabhasa. Oh, you are talking like a fool, you are talking like a very learned man, but you are fool number one. You see, how strong word he has used. So far, if we want detachment from this material world, then we should be prepared to accept such cutting words from the master. Sanda asya chindanti uttivi. We should not make compromise. Don't speak such strong words. It is required. So bandhanat anatmanastu sattute bhatteta atvaiva sattva. Anatma. Those who have no self-realization. His mind, one who has not realized is what he is. We are generally conception of this bodily conception of our life. But the intelligent person who has made association with saintly persons, he can understand that I am not his body. And the material conception of life is condemned in so many places. Krsna buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sadhik kalatradisu bhomai jadhi jatirtha buddhi sarile. In so many ways. The one who has got the conception of his personal self with this body made of three elements, that one who thinks that the land in which he is born or the relatives who is connected with this body, they are all everything. Then that man is no better than ass and cow, it is said like that. So we should have, by good association, by study of good books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, we should realize ourselves. Otherwise, our mind will remain always an enemy. And enemy, as the enemy is always prepared to do harm, so my mind will drag me to things which will make me entangled more and more in this material miserable life. Manasasthani indriyani prakritisthani karsati. We are struggling very hard with this mind and six senses. So we have to make the mind our friend. Now Krishna is gradually making progress to explain to Arjuna how the mind can be made friend. Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha sitoshna sukadukhesu tathamana pumanaya jnana vijnana tutyatma kutastha viditendriya yukta yuktuchyate yogi samalusrashma kanchana. Now, by training the mind, jitatma, one who has conquered over the mind, jitatmana, prashantas. Prashant means he has become in equilibrium. Prashant. Prashant, because mind is dragging me always in non-permanent things. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena asato dhavat vahi. Asato manorathena. By the chariot of the mind. So long we are seated on the chariot of the untrained mind, unbridled mind. The mind will drag me to things which are non-permanent. But my whole business is that I am permanent, I am eternal. Somehow or other, I have got this attachment for non-permanent things, so I have to get out of this entanglement. So if my mind is not trained up, then the mind's business will be to drag me to non-permanent things. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna. But this mind, as I told you the other day, can be very easily trained up if we fix up in our mind, on the fort of the mind, a great soldier, Krsna. Just like if the fort is defended by a great general, then there is no question of entering of the enemies. Similarly, if we put Krishna on the fort of the mind, then there is no chance of entering of the enemy. Savai Manat Krishna Padaravinda, that day we have explained. And if we do not do that, Harava Bhaktasya Kuto Mahadguna. Mahadguna means the material acquisition, material education, material wealth, or so many material qualifications. That will not help me to control my mind. That is not possible. Only thing that if I put on the mind Krishna, God, Harava Bhakti, Krishna consciousness, then my mind will be very easily conquered. So, Jitatmana Prashantas. Prashanta means who has ceased to desire material enjoyment. Bhavantameva charan nirantaram prashanta nishesha manorathantaram. A devotee is praying to the Lord. Bhavantameva charan nirantaram. When I shall be able to act 24 hours in your service, or when I shall be able to think of you 10%, and prashanta nishesha manorathantaram. Manorathantaram means mind is dragging me in so many imaginations, so many plan-making business. We have got so many plan-making business. That is called manorathantaram. Just like I go on some chariot, on some car, in several places. The mind is, the same thing is described, Maya jantra vivena maya. So we are traveling like that way. But as soon as I am able to fix my mind on the lotus feet of Krishna, in Krishna consciousness, it becomes Jitatmana. Jitatmana means conquered. And then my mind becomes clear of all these engagements of non-permanent things. Prashantasya. Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha. That is possible. Paramatma means super soul. We have several times told you that Paramatma is with me. The same thing. Paramatma is sitting with me in the heart. I, the soul, the atomic part, spirit part, that is also in this heart. And side by side, in a similar, smallest way, the Supreme Lord is also with me. Paramatma samahita. This Paramatma samahita is the joke.